The time is here. Angel Reese and Clark have teamed up for the All-Star game. And guess what? They said they want to beat the brakes off the USA Olympic team. And I don't blame them either. There's a saying that goes, the enemy to my enemy is my friend. Both Clark and Angel Reese were both snubbed from the Olympic team. So guess what that means? They have common enemies. They done teamed up to go against the common enemy, a.k.a. the USA Olympic team. They feel some type of way. And they done teamed up. And they finna go hard. They feel some type of way, and they finna ball out. I mean, think about it, wouldn't you? Both of them out here breaking records. They the top 2 rookies in the game. They supposed to have been on that team, but they not. And they mad about it. And again, I don't blame them. Oh, but the plot thickens. The beauty of watching a league that's run by women is that there's bound to be drama and controversy. So what does the WNBA do? They go out and hire Cheryl Miller to coach the All-Star team. What the hell they do that for? First of all, Cheryl Miller, all at 60-plus years old, coming in looking 40. Meanwhile, Cheryl Reeve, the head coach of the Olympic team, looking 80. Then Cheryl Miller put on a press conference after the first practice and gave a masterclass. See, Cheryl Miller came in and showed that you ain't got to bash nobody. You ain't got to talk down on nobody. You ain't got to say, hey, it's Clark, but you need to look over here or look over there. She showed that you ain't got to do none of that. She came in and she spoke. She got asked questions about certain players, and she said, basically bigged them up and gave them their flowers like they should be and like a professional does. Oh, and by the way, the WNBA didn't even have the decency to pay her. She's coaching for free. She's holding a masterclass on professionalism, and she's not even getting paid.
Hey, Cheryl, it's Aya Abdeen for Arizona PBS Quant 8 News. How cool is it to return to Footprint Center, but this time as a head coach for Team WNBA as a member of the Ring of Honor for the Phoenix Mercury?
Well, it's truly an honor, and it's obviously a first for me to be coaching without a salary. So that's the fun part.
This is why you gotta love the women's league, because they're gonna throw a shot at you if you acting up.
I found out about this less than a week ago, and to come back home, it just feels like my life is completed full circle, coming full circle, and getting the opportunity to coach these great players and be a part of the Dove, and again to be back in my backyard in Phoenix. It's amazing.
You see how she did that? She didn't down talk nobody. She didn't try to do nothing derogatory toward these players. She said it was an honor for her to coach these great players. That's how you do that. That's professionalism.
Were you guys able to be out there during our practice or see any of that? How cool is it coming in and asking your players, your team, what do you guys want to run? You already know who you're playing against. And being able to step back and watch them operate and see the wheels turning. And yeah, let's run this zipper. No, let's do this step. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, let's do, not naming out all the plays and everything else, but a unique collaboration with the best players in the world. I mean, what coach on this planet wouldn't want to be in this situation? And now my job is to stand back, roll out the ball, and be the cheerleader, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Again, a complete masterclass. Cheryl Miller is what you call a player's coach. She's played the game. She's played the game at a high level, and she's coached, hence the term player's coach. Now, the value in having a player's coach coaching your team is that the player's coach can understand that sometimes it's better to let the player play their game and not have the coach their game. Because you may get a generational player that'll come through, maybe a little unorthodox, but balls out. A player's coach is going to know from personal experience, sometimes you just got to let that player play. But sometimes these coaches can let their egos get the best of them, especially if they're not a player's coach. So they get this position that, hey, I'm the head coach. You're going to do what I say when I say go. And then they get a coach to come through like Cheryl Miller that say, hey, y'all the best in the world. What y'all want to do? I'm just happy to be here. I'm not even getting paid.
How much interaction have you had with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese even coming into this weekend, or is this the first time you've met them? And what strikes you about how they've handled this season so far with so much attention and pressure on them?
Caitlin, I had the opportunity to have some interaction with the Honda Cup Award winner. So not a whole lot of time. And we had a quick embrace after her first win against the Sparks in the tunnel. Angel, not a whole lot, if any. So I've been able to step back and watch from afar. I love and appreciate the rivalry. I love what they've done for the women's game from a collegiate level to now. And it's working. And it was only a matter of time. And great narratives, great storylines. But now the bottom line comes down to one thing. It's about basketball and it's about wins. And both these young ladies and their teams, people don't want to face them down the stretch because now it's starting to click. It's clicking in Chicago and it's starting to click in Indiana.
You see how she did that? She didn't speak derogatory towards either one of them. Why the Indiana Fever head coach Christy Sides can't do that? Why the USA Olympic team head coach Cheryl Reeve can't do that?
Your legacy has already been cemented, but is it talked about enough, the things that you did in this game as a player and as a coach?
You see how she frowned up? That's because she's not an egotistical coach. She don't care nothing about talking about herself right now. She's talking about what's going on with these players, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and the rest of them.
Ann Myers, Drysdale taught me, and Nancy Lieberman, Lynette Woodard, that my responsibility, and I didn't get it when I was young and at the height of my career, to pay it forward. So that's my job now, is to pay it forward, not sit up there and stay in Caitlin or Angel or the younger players or even the current players now to stay in their ear. It's for me to lead by example. And anytime that they call on me, whether it's the collegiate level or the dub, I'm here to be of service. Bottom line.
I am so glad that Cheryl Miller is putting on this masterclass of a press conference. She is showing these egotistical coaches and players what professionalism looks like. She says she wanted to pay it forward and lead by example. She's doing exactly that.
You said you found out about this just about a week ago.
Yes.
Who gave you the call and what did you think when you first?
It was Taj Mahal. Gave me a call and said, hey, I got a great opportunity for you. And I said, okay. And she goes, would you want to coach? And I'm like, no, I don't want to coach because I'm thinking coach in the dub. I'm like, no, I don't want to get back into coaching. She's like, no, coach the All-Star. And when she said that, I paused and I'm like, during the All-Star game, she's like, hey, against the USA team. And I'm like, holy smokes, what an opportunity. And I was excited, like really, really excited till I found out that the team I'm coaching wants to beat the brakes off our Olympic team. I'm like, okay, the pressure's on. So now we got a game, folks. We're going to have a game, but it's been fantastic. Thank you.
So there you have it, straight out of Cheryl Miller's mouth. That all-star team want to beat the brakes off that Olympic team. They mad, they got something to prove, and they got a chip on their shoulder. I can't wait to see. I think they can do it, though.